I have diabetes, and when I lost my left leg, that was due to it was called a condition called Charcot foot. That was in 2016, and then in 2017, I lost this one because of a bad infection in my foot. It got septic, and that was the only way they could save my life, was to take my leg off. I came the first day and met Shannon, and as soon as I met her, everything was at ease. She said not to worry about anything, and she said it was going to be a lot like learning how to drive again. And we did there's a few tests you have to take, some aptitude tests, and we did those, and I did well on those, and that wasn't that bad. And then I didn't realize when I came that day that I was going to be driving that day. But we went out, we drove the first day.
We set folks up in a situation that we try to control the environment as much as possible. We don't get out in the car and drive on Interstate 40, or we don't get out and drive on the highway immediately. We set them up in a controlled, no traffic environment, and then get a little bit more traffic and a little bit more traffic as they progress. And we do have some safety features in our vehicle that would prevent them from being unsafe. Well, Michael was awesome behind the wheel. It was really great to get to know him, but in the clinic, he's had such a very interesting medical history. It was just good to get an idea to know what his strengths and weaknesses would be behind the wheel. And then when he took to his hand control training, very, very quickly, he was able to negotiate the gas and the brake, which is the hardest part of driving with hand controls, is to be able to know, because you're using your hands with hand controls to brake and gas. And he was able to make that transition very easily. So he was really great behind the wheel. He did an excellent job in listening to the input that I had for him and applying that on the road.
And it's nice to not have to look at my wife and say, hey, I want to go see my dad, or I need to go to the store. Do you mind dropping what you're doing and taking me? So it's you get that independence back, and I think for me, the biggest thing was when your life is turned upside down by losing something, losing a leg, the best thing is try to get back in that routine as quick as you can. Because it gets you kind of down at times, but once you start driving, like I said, I'm fine now. I go where I want. I don't have to ask anybody if they can take me or anything like that, so I'm tickled to death with it.